The Voice Season 26 Episode 18 Recap. We're live and only 5 will survive The Voice. Season 26 has been filled with brilliant highs, shocking decisions, and pure talent. Now that we're finally in our live shows, our Elite 8 singers are eager to share why they should be crowned this season's victor. Of course, their coaches are eager to earn bragging rights. With the power in the viewing audience's hands, it's anybody's game. While he was designated as the season's mega mentor, despite only working with 2 teams, music legend Sting returns to The Voice Season 26. This time, he'll be sharing the stage with the 8 artists during their duets. Duets? Why yes. Why not do a little mix and match duo combination to truly put a wrench in the decision-making? With 2 performances for us to vote upon, it's time for the live semifinals. We're going to go a little out of order to discuss the first live episode of the season. Host Carson Daly notes that America should primarily focus on the solo performance for their votes, despite each singer performing twice as they took on a Sting or the Police classic. Whether the finalists were psyched out by their solo performances across the board, the 4 duets are filled with ease. The pressure seems to be minimized, even if Sting just so happens to be on stage with them. It's quite fascinating to watch the legendary Sting perform when he's simply playing bass and not lead vocals. Sting's in the zone. Rather than going in show order or by their respective coach, we will discuss our 8 finalists in their duet pairings. The first pairing of the night is season-long frontrunner Sofronio Vasquez and powerhouse vocalist Jeremy Beloit. Together, they breathe new life into Every Breath You Take. On stage, they look fantastic in their cream ensembles. Beloit exudes drama. Vasquez is simply a star. He is a master of adult contemporary music. Having a pop sensibility, Vasquez naturally and seamlessly fits the track. Beloit is just a tad too theatrical for this particular track, and for his partner. When they reach the harmonies, their ability to blend creates a unique sound. With Vasquez taking the top notes in the harmonies, he shines even if Beloit's booming instrument resonates more to the ear. Overall, it is a bit melodic, but at least Sting had fun. Time has passed since the first few rounds. Want to know how we know? Jeremy Beloit now has a mustache. Why? Probably trying to confuse viewers by being another stashed singer in the live round. Jokes aside, for those artists who fight to be seen in the entertainment industry, Jeremy Beloit represents persistence and never giving up. For his song, he selects the Voice UK coach Tom Jones' I Who Have Nothing. Imagine a James Bond theme song during the Oscars, and that is what Beloit presents. He has a rich tone that no one else in this group has. In a game called The Voice, he certainly has it. Now, it's all about hoping his performance resonates with the viewers. If his final glory note is meant to leave a lasting impression, Beloit is dynamite. For reality television singing competition show fans, that final spot of the night tends to be saved for someone the show wants you to adore. Remember that lasting impression we just discussed? The first live show of the season leaves viewers with one of the greatest performances the series has ever seen. There's a reason why Sofronio Vasquez continues to get this pimp spot. He's that good. Sofronio Vasquez has the ability to win this entire show and walk away as the greatest contestant ever. He hopes to bring love, peace, and acceptance into his performance. He represents the American dream, and thus he performs If I Can Dream by Elvis Presley. The level of control and vocal discipline defines why he is going to be a superstar. Just go back and listen to that key change on repeat. Simply magic. When a performance can bring emotions out of you as a viewer, you're doing something right. Sofronio Vasquez is doing a lot of things right. Michael Bublé, you may get a victory as a rookie. When the non-country artist outshines the country artist singing country music, the next pairing sees Danny Joseph and Christina Eagle take on If You Love Somebody Set Them Free. As much as Christina Eagle has stage presence in this particular performance, she happens to just be a featured artist because this was all about Danny Joseph. He simply excels. This genre is his wheelhouse. Joseph is able to help Eagle as she pushes herself into this unfamiliar genre. Despite this, Danny Joseph is the star. Much time has passed since the first few rounds of the season, and the coaches spend a minute catching up with their chosen champions. With Christina Eagle, Snoop Dogg learns a bit about how her community was affected by the recent hurricanes. As she says, her presence on the show is important for the state of North Carolina. They're looking for someone to celebrate, and that's her. Snoop anoints her his shining star. We'd give her that title on any other week. Whether it is the nerves being the first out of the gate got to her, her performance of Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain is not her shining moment. She looks like a star. Her energy on stage is like a star. This performance is a bit pitchy, which may have been due to the slower tempo of this rendition. As the only country act left, her appeal is there, but this is not a shining moment for the future country superstar. We've arrived at the most nail-biting point of the voice, the live performances where dreams are made or shattered in real time. Season 26, Episode 18 was all about high-stakes, raw talent, and emotional roller coasters, as the top contestants sang their hearts out for a coveted spot in the Final Five. After weeks of intense coaching, brilliant song choices, and heart-stopping performances, the live episode brought the remaining singers closer than ever to their dreams, but also on the edge of elimination. Only 5 would survive this critical night, and the tension was palpable from start to finish. The coaches gear up for battle. The dynamic coaching panel of Season 26, comprising seasoned veterans like Blake Shelton, Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, and Niall Horan, entered this live episode with a mix of excitement and concern. Each coach had put so much into grooming their remaining singers, and now it was up to those artists to deliver when it mattered most. As always, the coaches were both supportive and strategic, giving their artists final pointers that could make the difference between continuing the journey or packing their bags. Blake, always a favorite with his laid-back yet cunning coaching style, pushed his country artists to step up and show more vulnerability in their songs. Kelly, the powerhouse vocalist herself, urged her team to take risks and leave everything on stage. John, with his polished musicality and precise feedback, focused on tone and interpretation, while Niall encouraged his team to connect deeply with their songs and tell a story. Standout performances of the night. As the live performances began, each contestant knew this was their make-or-break moment, and the pressure was immense. However, the standout performances were nothing short of electric. Dean Kelly's rising star, Alicia, a soulful singer who had flown under the radar for most of the season, emerged as a front-runner with her spine-tingling rendition of Rise Up by Andra Day. Her powerful vocals, combined with raw emotion, captivated the audience and the judges alike. Kelly was visibly moved, and the audience's reaction was nothing short of thunderous. It was a performance that turned heads and proved Alicia wasn't just another contestant, she was a force to be reckoned with. Team Blake's country crooner. On the other side, Blake's country standout, Jake, delivered a heartfelt and vulnerable performance of Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. His rich, warm voice resonated with authenticity, and for the first time this season, he showed a more personal side that touched both the audience and his fellow contestants. Blake beamed with pride, knowing Jake had just delivered one of the night's most memorable performances. John Legend's surprise favorite. Meanwhile, John Legend's dark horse Mia took the stage with a bold choice, singing an Adele classic, Rolling in the Deep. Covering Adele is always risky, but Mia's flawless execution and vocal control earned her a standing ovation from the crowd and her fellow coaches. It was a defining moment for Mia, who had struggled earlier in the season, but had now cemented her place as a serious contender for the finals. Niall's emotional storyteller. Niall's team brought emotion and storytelling to the forefront, with his contestant Sam choosing an emotional ballad.